If you were in a relationship with a narcissist and now you're out and you're trying to heal, but you find yourself feeling stuck sometimes in this phase of romanticizing the relationship, telling yourself maybe it wasn't as bad as you thought it was at the time, and focusing on all the good times that y'all had together, then this video is for you. Y'all, you were living in a completely distorted reality in that relationship where you were conditioned to believe that it wasn't as bad as it was, where you were conditioned to hold on to the good times, where you were conditioned to brush horrible under the rug. In that relationship, your entire life revolved around making sure you were on good terms with them and constantly trying to find the silver lining in really up situations, especially if you were already a person who tries to see the best in people. You were conditioned to focus on and to cling to anything in that relationship that felt good. And you were conditioned to mentally dispose of any information or any times that were not aligned to this good version of them or this good future that y'all were going to live together. Because everything was just so distorted and everything was always your fault somehow, you found yourself clinging to any glimpse that they would give you of the person from the beginning so that you could believe that it was true. In the process of that, you learned to filter out information that didn't align with what you wanted to believe. And if the situation that you were in was anything like the one that I used to be in, you were also conditioned to literally lie to yourself and gaslight yourself and distort your own reality because facing actual reality was way too painful. You got used to pretending that things were okay when they were far from okay. So now that you're out of the relationship, you're getting frustrated with yourself because you're like, why the am I focusing on all these good times when I know now for sure that this relationship was horrible for me and it was extremely abusive? Y'all, that is because that is the way that your brain stored the information and the memories, because that is the way that you viewed your experience at the time. You had a completely distorted lens. So if you're having trouble with not romanticizing the relationship, or you're having trouble reconciling all of this information together, you're not crazy. Now that you're out and you're more educated and you've had some time and space to get clarity, you have a different lens now. And that's where the cognitive dissonance comes in, because you are trying to combine the lens that you have now with the old lens. And those two things just don't make sense together. Because no matter how much the narcissist or you was distorting your reality at the time, that was still your reality and your experience and the way you viewed things at the time. So again, no wonder you see things that way, because that is the way that you saw things at the time. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you're truly trying to move forward from this, if you're truly trying to break the trauma bond, if you truly are trying to face the reality of this situation, then you got to dispose of the old lens. And I realize that that's not an easy thing to do. And I realize how traumatizing the process of doing that is, because this person and this relationship were everything to you. And so to completely throw away that lens and to completely dispose of that romanticized view of the relationship and to completely dispose of the person from the beginning and that version of them is hard. But again, in my opinion, if you're really trying to do this for real, you can't do it halfway. You can't sit there and say, I know this relationship was up. I know I deserve better. But at the same time, like, I know that some of those memories that we had together were genuine. I know that there's a good part of this person in there. That's you trying to wear the new lens on one eye and the old lens on the other eye. And that's going to keep you in that state of cognitive dissonance, and it's going to prevent you from moving forward. So y'all, you got to be super intentional about this. Anytime you find yourself picking up that old lens and even trying to wear it on 1/8 of one of your eyes, you got to call yourself out. And you don't have to do it in a harsh way. You still need to treat yourself with love and compassion, but you do need to call yourself out. Don't let yourself sit there and spiral into the good memory the way you saw it with the old lens and let the old feelings come up and get a little dopamine hit from thinking about it. Don't do that. Start calling out what you can see and what you now realize if you wear both new lenses. I remember I felt so good when we had this good time together. The way that they looked at me felt so genuine. It's really hard to believe that it wasn't genuine, but I know that a person who was being genuine and who actually loved me would never do the things that they did to me. And when you first start doing this, it's going to feel kind of like when you go to the eye doctor to pick up a new pair of glasses with a stronger prescription than you had before, and you put them on and you're like, oh, I don't know about this. Maybe I didn't do the test right. Like maybe this is like too strong. Is this going to hurt my eyes? Maybe I should go do another eye exam. No, you did the right exam. It's just going to take some time to adjust to that new prescription and those new lenses that you have. And it's not going to happen overnight. So please don't put that pressure and that expectation on yourself that this has to happen quickly, because that's not how it works. As always, show self-compassion, give yourself grace, but you can do this.